Hello everyone, again this is Ethan Shapiro, founder of Climate Change Realty, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the market report for 2023 here in Broomfield, Colorado. So I have 8 different kind of key metrics that I want to go over with you guys to give you a really good feel for the health of the real estate market here in Broomfield. So let's just dive right in. So taking a look at the number of new listings or new homes that hit the market here in Broomfield in 2023, we have 1,102 new homes that hit the market in the city of Broomfield. Now, as far as the number of homes that actually sold, we had 930 homes sold. So next we're going to take a look at the number of homes that expired or withdrew. What this means is that someone tried to sell their home and they just couldn't get it done, so they ended up pulling the home off of the market and trying to wait for another time or maybe just not sell at all. The next piece of information I want to look at is the average days on market. And in 2023, it took 43.1 days on average to get a home sold here in Broomfield. The average sales price this year in Broomfield was $714,550. Average month supply is what gives you a really good feel for how much inventory we have available here in the city of Broomfield on average. And so what this means is that if no new homes hit the market, it would take 1.57 months on average to completely run out of inventory for sale in the area. So that's a pretty good metric that we like to look at here in the real estate world. Now, this final metric I actually like to break down into 3 different numbers, and that is the average percent of list price, or the average percent at which a home sold when compared to the asking price. So I like to break this down into the annual number and then what I call the high season and the low season. So what I call the low season is when homes are selling for the least, and what I call the high season, you get the idea, is when homes are selling for the most. So the low season, and we're going to actually back it up to the year of 2022 and take a look at November 2022, December 2022, January and February to give you a good feel for kind of what the least to expect when listing your home to sell. And then the high season is April, May, June, and July. So the average percent of asking in Broomfield in 2023 was 97.43%, which means that homes were selling on average right around 2.5% below the list price. In the low season, that was right around 4% below the list price, or 96.10%. And then during the high season, homes were selling right around 98.45% of the asking price. Now, how I'm going to wrap this video up is by comparing the data we have for 2023 to the data we have from 2022 and also 2021 to give you a good feel of where the market is currently headed. So getting right back up to the number of new listings we had in 2023, so we had right around 15% less homes hit the market in 2023 as compared to 2022 here in Broomfield. And then we actually had 23.47% less when comparing 2023 to 2021. So what that goes to show you is it's a pretty obvious thing. People are just less compelled to sell their homes these days because 2021 was one of the craziest real estate markets we've ever had. People were listing their home and selling it over asking in days. And now with the interest rates going up, who's going to want to give up their 3% interest rate to go move into a house at 8%? So that's why you're kind of continuing to see less homes hitting the market on average. Now let's look at the number of homes that are actually selling, which gives you some more really interesting insights. So again, we had 930 homes sell in the city of Broomfield, and that was 16.29% less than 2022 when we're looking at 2023. And actually almost 31% less homes actually closed in 2023 than when compared to 2021. So again, this just shows you that we have way less inventory that is actually moving these days, and that's just something to kind of be aware of. There's just less people motivated to sell, which makes it tougher for buyers and certainly doesn't help the crunch that we have on inventory, which we'll look into moving forward. Now, the average days on market shows exactly how long it takes for a home to sell on average, of course. Now, when you compare 2023 to 2022, you see that homes are taking 72.4% longer to sell this year when compared to last year, and a whopping 130.85% longer to sell this year than compared to 2021, which makes perfect sense because you had homes hitting the market and selling in a couple of days in 2021, which is an anomalous situation, but it still gives you a good feel for where the market is heading because even when compared to last year, we still have homes taking almost twice as long to sell in 2023 that as compared to 2022. Now, the average sales price is what everyone's all excited about because that's how much you can sell your home for. And you'd think, wow, with interest rates going up, surely the sales price must be going down, right? And that is just not happening here on the Front Range in Colorado. Home values actually appreciated by 1.77% here in Broomfield when compared to 2022. And then when compared to 2021, which is crazy because it's when homes went up the most, we're actually seeing nearly 12% home appreciation between 2023 and 2021. So as you can see, if you're a homeowner, your home is just continuing to go up in value, even with the hike in interest rate. Granted, things have slowed down a bit, but we're still seeing positive home appreciation growth, which is something to be happy about, unless you don't own a home, which of course is something to worry about. So if you have any questions about getting into the market, my information is in the description. So now we're going to take a look at the average number of homes for sale, or the average month supply in comparison to the last couple of years. We had 22.66% greater month supply when compared to 2022, and 190.74% greater month supply when compared to 2021. So this is a whopping number, and honestly, this is ludicrous. We had more than double the inventory this year than we did last year when it comes to how much supply is left on the market. It's not as impressive as it might sound, because inventory was almost basically at zero back in 2021, and now we're up at 1.5 months of inventory. So it's still very much a seller's market, but the inventory is going up, which is a good sign for buyers, so people at least have more choices. Now, when it comes to the average percent of asking, or average percent of list price, we're seeing homes selling for around 3% less this year when compared to last year, and around 4.85% this year when compared to 2 years ago. These numbers make perfect sense. Seeing homes this year sell right around 2.5% less than list price is pretty typical, and doesn't show any signs of a crumbling market. Shows a pretty healthy market with some room for negotiation. And I think that's pretty much it for market data here in Broomfield. If you guys found this video helpful, by all means, please hit that subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new updated content about the Broomfield area. I'm also doing videos on Westminster, Arvada, Boulder, Lafayette, Louisville, Superior. I'm a real estate broker and an expert in your area. And if you want someone working with you who is really, really close to the pulse of the real estate market, consider sending me an email or shooting me a text or giving me a call. I would love to help you with any of your real estate needs. It would be my absolute pleasure. And thank you guys so much for watching this video anyways, and I hope you have a good one.